Welcome. This is Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders. I'm pretty excited. I haven't played a point and click in a really long time, and I love detective mysteries. So, hopefully this is a good one. I do love me some Inspector Poirot. Alright, create a profile. Options. Let's turn this down a bit. I want to keep the voice high. Quality, that's not a lot of graphics options, but it is a point and click, I guess. Oh, you can play this with a controller, huh? Cool. I'm gonna stick with mouse and keyboard though. Alright, everything looks good. Let's just jump right in.
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for handover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra, A, B, C.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe, but please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place indeed.
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Alright. Control now. I like the art style. Game could use a bit of anti-aliasing. Maybe between episodes I'll see if I could try to force some onto the game with NVIDIA's control panel. This is my inventory, I guess? Yeah, look. That's probably a hint. I'll never use that. That's... book, probably notes I've written down, and this... Oh, this is where I try to connect pieces. Okay. Let's talk to Hastings.
Don't dilly-dally, Poirot. Japp will be waiting for us.
Can I look at the missing cat poster? I guess when you're able to interact with something, there's the kitty. Might be a different kitty. Right. Changes. So right now the only thing I can do is talk to Japp.
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Find 3 clues that agree with Hercule Poirot's remark.
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
He's fidgeting with his jacket. He's looking around on the ground. Hat tipped proudly to the back of the head. Okay.
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
Unshaven.
Jap is in a good mood. I
Slight
bet he thinks
smile.
he's already caught the culprit.
I didn't really see the smile through the mustache. That's on me, though.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
Her husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
A little too easy, don't you think?
You like complications, don't you? Well, this time you may be disappointed.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore an employee might have noticed something.
Yes, and I will talk to them, but first I should go inside and check the crimes. Anything else here? On the ground? Doesn't look like it.
The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene.
These papers are in order, yes. Everything looks nicely organized. Nothing was really broken. So I'm thinking the attacker didn't see it coming because there didn't seem to be a struggle.
Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
I'm hoping later in the game they don't guide me and tell me how many clues I have. I'm hoping this is just like a tutorial. And it doesn't tell you, stay here until you find 3 clues. I wish it, if there's 5 clues and I only find 3, then it doesn't whack me over the head that I haven't seen everything. There's the victim. Let's check her out. Poor woman. This is the only area that has any signs of struggle. She probably knocked this over while she was dying. Or falling, or already dead.
She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle.
So, someone conked her in the back of the head with something heavy?
This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood.
Suggesting that she bled out after she already fell. Well, there's one spot. It's probably where she gets stabbed in, the back. So probably this is from when she was still upright, and the pool is when she bled out after she fell down. That's cigarettes.
She has a packet of play cigarette next to her hand. Did she drop it when she fell?
Or was that the killer's?
This poor woman's head.
There's this drop of blood right there.
This poor woman's
No,
head.
it's not different. She's holding something in her hand. Looks like a crumpled up piece of paper.
The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop's door. Many customers must have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out.
Or is that a piece of paper? Maybe that's just her apron tied up in the front. She's got an earring. It wasn't taken, so it doesn't look
She
like
just
this
has
was a
one
robbery.
wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or sign of a struggle.
So she either totally didn't see it coming, or she knew the person and just didn't expect it.
This poor woman.
Alright, I'm missing a clue.
I can't see any other mark on the floor. There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
So probably maybe one of these dropped off from the shelf. Presumably, maybe she was facing the shelves, and when someone attacked her from behind, she basically fell into the shelf, which knocked that cigarette packet and a couple of the things down as she fell to the ground, dead. Let's look at this counter. Ah, there's some blood on the counter underneath this bag. Observe the object from all angles by holding in the click and moving the mouse. Okay.
Red liquid is oozing out. Is it blood?
Is it? Strawberries.
It's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with the crime. At least not with the blood. Alright, looks like we have, what is this, is this a catalog or a phone book?
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC.
Ah.
It's open at the letter A.
Sure is.
There are no prints on the book.
It's in Andover. Her name starts with A. Her name, first name and her last name.
So, Poirot, any news?
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
Counter
The
itself.
counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, it will not be possible to
Yeah,
use
that's
them.
true. There's those fingerprints could come from anybody. You know, you figure she gets dozens of customers in here every day. This carpet seems a little stained. Plus 4 ego points. Okay. I've already looked at this, right? Everything that I've
There
got.
are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
Oh, well, can I look over here? Is this a note on there? Apparently nothing important. Maybe it's just a notepad. Good. I think I've gotten everything there is to get in here. Okay. Oh, the cash register. Yes, yes, yes. Objects hide secrets behind complex mechanisms. It is up to you to decipher them in order to find what they are hiding. Observe the object from all angles by holding the click and moving the mouse. Zoom in by clicking on part of the object with the left mouse button. With the left button of the mouse, zoom out using the right button, or click on the arrow icon. Some elements move by holding the left click of the mouse and moving it.
The till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing is missing from it.
Oh, wait a minute. To unlock it, looks like it's either a 5 or an S. Alright.
It would be best to examine the rest of the till.
Okay. Well, I saw. Oh, there's 8 dash dash. So it's 8. I get it. It's 3 no. 8 5. What's the last number? Is there anything on the bottom? Let's see it. 8 5.
A mechanism has just made a fan click.
Alright, so it's unlocked now. So can I open this drawer?
The till is full of money. But there is something
852.
strange.
852. Eight, 5, 2. Ah, key.
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
Oh, Poirot, you're so brilliant.
The door is locked.
Oh, I can look at it too. Cool. Not that I don't think I need it for this, but I can examine everything in my inventory. That's cool. I'm glad they don't segregate items that might have something hidden on them from just regular inventory objects. That'll encourage me to look at everything. So how do I work? Do I drag this? Yeah, I drag it. Okay. Okay. So get some pictures on there. This is the door I came through. Looks like there's another... Is this the door, or this looks like just part of the wall? Looks like another lock right there. There's a key up there. Let's look at this. It's got slippers, a bed. Oh, there's this. Is that blood on the bed? There's blood on the tissue and blood on there. Looks like.
Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds?
That might be unrelated to the crime.
Blood.
Turned over.
An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
Okay, so that was a handkerchief, not a key. It's got a painting. Not important, I guess. Thinking. This looks like some kind of mechanism here. We have here.
It is blocked.
Right, I'm gonna probably have to solve the puzzle on top to open it. Okay. This is just like a maze.
Such a pretty decoration should
okay.
be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Right, the idea is to get it here. So we can move this to here. Move it to here. Oh, I can't turn the ring that has this in it. Okay, I got you. Okay. Right, so what I'm gonna need is... I don't have a straight on one. That's a little bit off. Oh, I could have gone over to there. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Alright. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to get it over. Let's see. There are only two that will allow me to connect. There's this one, but that doesn't connect to anything. And there's this one. This one doesn't seem to connect to anything either. I'm gonna need to move this around. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Okay. Can't connect this to this. Guess not. I don't think this is where I wanted to go. I can't really go anywhere from here. Okay. Let's start from here. Can I move the outer one too? I sure can. Okay. Let's see over here. So it looks like this is the spot. I need to get over here. Oh, I'm in.
I heard
Sweet.
a faint sound as if something was unlocked. It is blocked.
So there's more, huh? Okay, we got a bird.
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move.
Are they all the same? Oh, they're different birds. You can turn these, okay. Now, how would I want it to do? I want them all right side up. Maybe if I turn the shadowed part, the green part. Oh no, that stays. Okay, that's just the shadow. Do I need to get them to match these? Do they match? Does that one? Does this? Okay. So this one is pointed this way. Okay. I believe that one corresponds to here. So I want to turn it like that. This one is this way, okay. And that should correspond to this. Kind of looks like this one's already... No, it needs to go over a little more. No, actually, I think it's pretty good. It looks like it matches, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so those two are set. Now here we have this one. This one's upside down. Okay. This one. Like that. Aha! Alright. Very good.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman.
No, I wanted to look at the paper, not the medicine again. Antitussive-based laudanum. Morley Laboratory, London.
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
What do we have in this box?
What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it.
Sliding puzzle, huh? Just make sure this doesn't reveal anything if I move this. Ah, it does. Alright, there's an opening here for something.
This button appears to activate the
a
mechanism.
Button. Oh, okay. I thought something fit into that, like a coin or something. Alright. So it looks like this is how you slide the top open. There's probably more to this before I can do that. There's another button. The button. Okay, so there's probably one on top. There's probably one on this level, one on this level, one underneath, one on this level, maybe one on top too. Or the top just comes open. So I need to... it doesn't look like there's... I guess over here.
That should do it.
Goes this way. Okay. Got some jewelry and a photograph or drawing.
Who is this young woman?
To my very dear Aunt Alice.
To my dear Aunt Alice, Mary Drower.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Can I? Ah. Here you're making Poirot's little gray cells work. The aim is to answer the question he asks himself by establishing the links between the clues in order to deduce an answer. Slide the clues on the temporary boxes to fill the holes. What is the question? Is the theft the motive for the crime? So we have Jap twice, Hastings. Till is untouched and is full of money. No railway guide for sale in the tobacco shop. No objects of value for sale in the shop. The body was found around 11 p.m. That, actually, that could have the 11 p.m. There's, well, no, that wouldn't matter in a theft. Actually, in a theft, 11 p.m. might be a good time to do it. Theft is not the motive for the crime.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied. I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
Can I look at that box again?
I've
There's some
finished with
jewelry.
this subject.
Nah.
This interior is very simple.
This seems pretty orderly. Stove. Some water
Mrs.
faucet.
Asher lived very simply.
I think I'm done in here. Let's just make sure. Now, can I save at any moment? Or does this auto-save? Probably auto-saves. Use a clue. No way. Probably when I quit, it leaves off at the last checkpoint. Alright, so let's do that. We'll leave off here and we'll see if we could talk to any of the neighbors in the next episode. Or track down her niece.